How far would you go to defend your dignity? Hi, I'm Simon Dippenaar and I'm a family lawyer. As a family lawyer, I see all sorts of relationships and relationship issues. I work hard to protect the dignity of my clients and to help couples divorce as amicably as possible. This has a major impact on the amount of trauma any children of the marriage experience, but it's also important for the mental health and well-being of the divorcing couple themselves. Divorce is emotionally painful, that's stating the obvious, but the blow to one's self-esteem and sense of self-worth often takes longer to recover from than the end of the marriage itself. Now imagine being a newlywed. You're caught up in the afterglow of the wedding and full of excitement about your new life together. But within a very short space of time, your spouse starts treating you in a very unloving manner, insulting you and ultimately asking you to leave. This may sound incredible, but it's happened to a woman in Gauteng, and she brought a case before the Gauteng High Court for impairment of dignity. The couple had courted for over 2.5 years before the man proposed to the woman. During that time, he expressed his love for her in both word and deed. He had no reason to believe he felt otherwise. So you can imagine her shock when she subsequently learned that he felt the relationship had already broken down at the time of his proposal. One can only ask, why on earth did he propose? I have a theory about that, which I'll come to in a minute. The plaintiff, the wife, argued that the defendant, the husband, effectively misled her, making a fraudulent misrepresentation when he proposed. She brought a claim for impairment of her dignity and reputation arising from her husband's conduct and the fact that their circumstances became public knowledge among their social circles. The claim was upheld. The claim for impairment of dignity and reputation was legitimate and, according to the judge, quote, especially pertinent in the age of social media, during which the potential for profound and widespread abuse of the dignity of intimate partners has increased exponentially, unquote. There are two lessons to draw from this case. Firstly, the law does not just deal in hard facts and tangible assets. Human dignity is critical to personal integrity and to our ability to function as a society. We assume we will be treated with dignity, so when we are not, it is a huge breach of social protocol. But instead of being outraged, we are often humiliated and cowed precisely because we have been stripped of our dignity. It must have taken considerable courage for this woman to bring her case to court. In so doing, she risked wider exposure of her humiliation. It would have been easier to creep away and try to put the pieces of her life back together. But she stood up for her dignity, and the law supported her. Secondly, we don't know the whole story. She said he expressed his love in the run-up to his proposal and their marriage, but he admitted that the romance was gone even while he was proposing. Does this sound like the conduct of a well-adjusted person? I don't think so. I haven't met the man, and I don't want to make assumptions about his state of mind, but in general terms, this behavior could signify an underlying issue, such as narcissistic personality disorder or its little cousin, narcissism. It is typical for a narcissist to appear charming, attractive, and attentive in the early days, often showing a partner with gifts and grandiose gestures. After marriage, there is often a change in the behavior towards the partner, including unwarranted criticism, outbursts of jealousy or anger, or the silent treatment. This doesn't sound all that different to what the woman in this case experienced. I can only suggest that by getting out of the marriage early, she dodged a bullet and is to be applauded for her bravery. Narcissism is a factor in many relationship breakdowns and divorces, but untold damage can be done before one partner reaches breaking point. If you have concerns about someone's behavior in a relationship, call me for a confidential chat. I can tell you what warning signs to look out for and help you decide on the next steps, whether for yourself or in support of someone you love. You can reach me on 076 116 0623 or by email.